Hello, greetings and welcome. I am Jamar, and I'm going to share with you today Uranus and Taurus messages, guidance, share with you a little bit what I've learned, a little bit of the knowledge that I've received, and share with you guys. But more than anything, I really want to share with you tools. So, get your pen and paper out, get yourself ready to take some notes and join me as we discover, embrace, and do a quantum leap into Uranus in Taurus. So thank you for joining. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so below, and you'll receive the alerts when I go live so that you can join in and we can converse. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Let's go ahead and embrace this wonderful time, this perfect moment that is right now, that you're receiving this information and these frequencies that I'm about to share with you. So if you're tuning in, it's because there's something here for you, for somebody that you know, someone that you care for, or just to share and spread and to be aware of the movements of your surroundings and what's going on. So let's jump right into it. Let me take a sip of my coffee. And we will jump right into it. So, alrighty. There's lots to cover, and I'm going to go through it, and I might sound repetitive with some things, but I just want to make sure that you understand the message clearly. So, Uranus, hello. It's doing its transit through Taurus. This hasn't happened in 84 years. So, the last cycle was 1934. So, it takes a little bit more than 7 years to transit all the way through each sign, but it takes 84 years to come around into that sign. So those outer planets, their revolutions are longer and they take longer. They're slower, but don't let Uranus fool you. It is not slow energy at all. It is a burst, thrush movement forward. Okay, so don't confuse that because it's an outer planet. And because it's an outer planet, it's slow moving. So when it comes to shake up things, move things, and bring in big dynamic world changes. So Uranus has moved into Taurus on May 15th, 2018. And that same day, we had a new moon in Taurus also. So it's a perfect validation of the energy that's going to be coming in and sharing with us these next 7 years. It said, I am here and I am serious and I am going to bring some changes, and get ready. So it's a really great validation of the work that Taurus is going to bring in. So let's share a little bit about what's all this stuff. What's all this stuff I'm talking about? Okay, so Uranus will be in Taurus till November 2000. I'm sorry. Where am I? Okay. Uranus will be in Taurus until March of 2026. Okay? So it's going to teeter-totter a little bit between Aries and Taurus until it settles in fully into Taurus in March of 2019. So it's going to be in retrograde in the summer, back in Aries, because it's teeter-tottering in the beginning of Taurus, between 29 degrees Aries and 4 degrees Taurus, back and forth until it positions itself into Taurus. So it's going to be doing that, and it's going to make us feel woozy for that time frame. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of getting rid of the old and accepting the new, but it's still getting rid of the old and accepting the new. Okay, so we just came out of Uranus in Aries, and when Uranus went into Aries was the day of Fukushima, because Uranus is explosive. It brings change. It wants change. It wants to revolutionize your life. It wants to free you. It wants you to see what you need to change, but in quantum leap speed. Okay? So, let me see, where am I here? Okay, so the main thing that usually comes into play during Uranus's transit, and the things that are really heightened and take place, and what really is focused on is relationships, jobs, career, and because the energy is going to be so explosive in the beginning and a little bit throughout, because Taurus and Uranus really don't get along. They want two completely different things. We have to be really careful with our patience, our attitude, and the way we speak. Taurus rules the throat. So we're gonna, and then Uranus is all about explosive energy. So we have to be really careful of how we speak, what we're speaking into action, and the energy that we're speaking it into action with. You have to be very mindful of that during this time, because this is going to be where you're going to receive most of your issues, and this is where you're going to feel most of the work happening within your body. Now, Taurus rules the body. Remember that. Okay? So Taurus is a fixed sign. So it wants to keep everything as it is. And here comes Uranus, the maverick, the changer, the revolutionary, and he just wants to revolutionize everything. So this is going to create a lot of tension between these two. This is going to create a lot of explosive energy, because Taurus is not going to want to budge. So if you're a fixed sign during this Taurus and Uranus transit, you're gonna feel a lot of tension. You're gonna feel really tight, and it's gonna be very difficult for you. So fixed signs are Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So during this transit, you really have to slow down, be nice to yourself, pay attention to what's going on. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, don't be so fixed. Try to embrace the changes, because if you don't, it's going to be really difficult, because these changes need to happen. Don't resist them, because the more you resist them, the harder it's going to be. So I really want you to keep that in mind. Also, if you have fixed planets, okay, so if you have, because we're working with 0 to 4 degrees in Taurus energy, all of your fixed planets that are fixed signs, that planets that are between 0 to 4 degrees are also going to be affected, and their houses are going to be affected. But these are tools for you, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it a little bit further, but these are all different things that I want you to discover. So Taurus wants to keep things as they are, and Uranus wants to revolutionize your whole entire life. Okay, so here we go. 24 degrees Taurus is coming in. This is the new moon energy that came in, and it's a perfect time to set those new intentions with this new moon in Taurus. So a lot of you did, and we're still, when this, right now live as this video is being done, there's still opportunity for you to work with the new moon in Taurus energy, and I really invite you to still get into there, and the energy is going to be available for these next few days. So I invite you to get in there and do some rituals and set in some intentions of what you really want to attract. Okay, and then I want you to see where you have 24 degrees Taurus in your chart, and that's really going to help you figure out where you want to focus your energy also, and bring in that towards you. Okay, so another thing that's really interesting during this new moon that brought in the Uranus and Taurus transit is that during that time, right when it's happening, we have 6 planets in earth signs. So, it's everything is grounded and stable and ready to to stabilize and to change at the same time. So we can really focus on our energies on the earth, and anything that has to do with the earth to help us slow down, to help us not feel so tense and so tight right now, and also during the whole entire transit. It's something that you're really going to want to connect with, because Taurus has everything to do with the earth. Okay? So, something I want to bring into awareness is these last two solar eclipses that we had in Aquarius and Leo over the last 18 months. They're very important. In August, now in 2018, is the culmination of those 2 years of Leo and Aquarius's eclipses. So you really want to look where you have Leo and Aquarius in your chart. You want to see what's going on in there, what's being heightened, and what houses these fall under. Because these are things that it's been a theme that you've been working on, and that's been reoccurring, and that's now going to be where you're going to actually dig into as tools to help you move forward in this rapid, quick movement that Uranus is moving us into. Okay, so I want you to see what the themes are. So maybe you have Aquarius in your 3rd house of communication, and you have Leo in your 9th house of mental exploration, and you've been working with this. So let's say that you haven't been able to push that through. Well, now is the time to really focus on that and to see what's going on in there and explore it, because everything's going to culminate in August, and it's going to move really fast, and that's going to be really important. There's going to be great tools for you. So if you haven't been able to really tap into it, now is the time. You have a few months, but if you have, get going. Let's do this. Push forward. These are your swords or your sticks or whatever, however it is you want to see it, to help you move forward right now during this time. So I really want you all to explore and to ask yourselves, what is the common theme? And then what's the next step? What are you moving forward? What's still moving forward within that? And how can you keep that moving forward? Those are all questions that I want you to ask yourself. So Taurus has everything to do with poetry, nature, beauty, and color. Okay? So these are all things that are going to be really heightened, and that are going to want to be revolutionized and freed within your life. So you're going to start to see and to project your emotions and your feelings and your outlook differently when it comes to these things. So there's going to be a lot of forward thinking during this stage. I really want you to be aware that everything that you value right now is about to change within the next 7 years. Completely. The world is not even going to be recognizable with how much it's going to change and how quickly it's going to change. This is a new chapter within your journey that you're going to learn to value completely different things. But the most important thing is going to be your body, because Taurus rules the body and how your body connects, how your body heals, how it finds the power to heal. Because it's going, there's going to be so much magnetic energy and so much going on that what's going to feel it the most is your body. So I really want you to keep that in mind as you move forward and as we move forward in this conversation. So everything is going to feel very magnetized, okay? Everything is going to feel like it wants to attract, okay? So here we go. Here's money. Here's Taurus. Finances, economy, real estate, market. Here's Taurus, ready. So what, then we have this Uranus. What is it attracting? It's money, finances. They really go together and they're good together. But nothing within the next 7 years is going to be predictable. Everything is going to be completely unpredictable. So I need you to understand that even though lots of things are going to be attracted to each other, the relationship is going to be very unpredictable because of all of the tension and the change that needs to happen, that's trying to happen. Okay? So you're really going to want to look and you're really going to explore what you truly need. So Taurus really touches our senses. So anything that has to do with the senses is going to be really awakened for you. It's going to be revolutionized. So the best way to see it is that anywhere that Uranus touches, it revolutionizes it. It changes it. It frees it from its old self. And it's touching Taurus, which in Taurus is all these senses. So all of your senses are going to be revolutionized. The way you eat, the way that you create, the way you hear, the way you see, the way you feel. Cooking, gardening, arts, beauty, going back into all of that. So here we are. Uranus has come to give you and shine on you personal freedom. It's all about revolutionary acts, rebelling, chaos, but in quantum jumps, quantum leaps. This is not slow moving, let's figure out, no. This is, it happened. What? Yeah, the bus went by and you didn't see it, or you didn't, you have to really pay attention and really stay up to date with everything. So Uranus has to do everything with technology, computers, science, internet, and then Aquarius is ruled under it. So everything that Aquarius has to do with also, which is human rights, the youth, big revolutionary changes, and also astrology. So all these places of your life are going to be revolutionized in speed. And then here comes Taurus. He's so comfortable. And he's all about material security. And he's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to revolutionize that. I'm comfortable right here. Well, it's happening. Get uncomfortable. It's really going to touch what Taurus really stands for in the physical material world, because it's all about material security. So it's going to do with banking, investing, the economy, your routine of life, the status quo. It's going to revolutionize all of those areas of our lives. And Taurus doesn't like the unpredictable. So those fixed signs are going to have a really hard time. Really hard time. So this area, okay, so I really want you to really ask yourself right now in your life, what are you bored with? Where are you bored? Where is Uranus shining in your chart? What house is it in? That is what is being revolutionized in your life. Okay? So you're going to want to pitch new ideas to that. And that's going to want you to create and revolutionize and bring forth new businesses, innovations. Your creative energy and creative flow is going to go geared towards all of those things that are stagnant in your life, that need to be freed, that need to be moved, that we're too comfortable. Your ideas, the way that we live, the way that we see our planet, the way that we talk to each other, deal with each other, communicate with each other. I'm a historian for all of you that know me, for those that you that don't. I love history. I'm a history buff. And the last turn, it was pre-World War II. Okay, so it was from 1934 to 1942. And then before that, it was 1850 to 1858, and it's right before the Civil War. So what happened before these two great grand things that revolutionized everything and changed the world as we know it was that the banking system and the economies crashed, the depression, all of that stuff had just happened. It happened during Taurus and Uranus's two last transits. So everything that has to do with banking, economy, money, currency is all going to change. And then right after we come out of Taurus, we've gone into Gemini, and we went into the Civil War, and then we went into World War II. So everything is going to be revolutionized. Everything is going to change after this transit in Taurus, just like it has the last two times. So what was that changed then that is actually going to change now and is really going to come into effect, and it's going to come onto the world stage is, we're talking about money, finances, the market. So, we're looking at trade wars, we're looking at stock market, we're looking at tariffs. That's gonna all have to be revolutionized. So it's gonna affect everybody that does business that works in those fields, that is looking to get into that, investment, real estate. I want you to think of history. That's how we base astrology of like what happened last time that this event astrological event happened, and that way we have clues of what's going to happen and how to deal with it and how to manage it better. So I really want you to see where Uranus is in your chart, and I really want you to see where Taurus is in your chart, because where Taurus is in your chart is where things are going to be shaken up. Okay? But that's that fixed energy. So you can know what fixed energy of yours is going to be shaken up, because that's the energy and those are the tools that you're going to need to apply to where you have Uranus, because this is where the freedom falls, and this is what you need to explore and dive into. So they're tools to show you what you need to focus on, what you need to use here and take over there to help you. Okay? So Uranus has a role to fulfill, whether we like it or not. It runs, moves at quantum leap speed. Okay? And it's going to be creating all these changes, whether we like it or not, all the way through 2026. So this energy is going to affect our Earth in rapid, quick speed, because it's quick. Volcanoes, earthquakes. You know, Taurus is the earth. It's so tight. It's not gonna want to. There's gonna be lots of resistance. Uranus is dry. It brings in the wind. In 1934, we had the Dust Bowl. There's, you know, a lot of things that are gonna happen as far as climate, as far as the earth is concerned. That's going to really affect the economy, finances, stock market, and all those things, just like it's happened before. So in 1934, why it was so bad with the Dust Bowl was because of poor agricultural practices. And the same thing can happen again now, because we have, in many countries, they have poor agricultural practices. So that is something that's going to really have to be heightened and brought into awareness. So farming, cows, cattle is all going to be revolutionized. All of it. That whole entire farming industry is going to be revolutionized, but like this, remember that, okay? And the way that we use the land and what we do with the land is going to also be revolutionized. So here comes finances. Uranus has to do everything with digital energy, the internet, so digital currency, but it's going to be very unpredictable. Everything is going to be so unpredictable. The stock market, the value of things, the currencies, the way that we value things, and it's also going to be very volatile, because everything's going to feel the pressure of not wanting to move. So we're going to have to change the way that we value things. The brick and mortar that these countries were built on, that we believe that things are all going to change. The way we value and view our homes, our cars, is all going to shift. The way that what we're really going to value is community, the way we socialize, looking for like-minded people, you know, looking for healing, how to heal ourselves, the planet, our bodies, our minds, our emotional imbalances, because the body is going to be feeling it so much. You know, Taurus is all about building and building, but it's also about buildings, like buildings. So the cost of housing is going to completely change. Like completely, just like it was back then. And it's going to shift. Anything that has to do with real estate, housing, the way that we build our houses, the way that we create them is going to be completely different. And the technology, Uranus has everything to do with technology. So the way that we do it is also going to be revolutionized. It's also going to change. So, you know, and this is, once again, it's going to be quick, not slow, quick. All right. So here we go. The last two times that we had Uranus and Taurus together was when paper money came. This is very important. We really need to understand how important this is. This is when paper money was invented. You see how things have to be revolutionized and changed, and then they have to go back. So Belgium, France, the Netherlands, Poland, and the US, they went away from gold being the currency and what backed them up to paper money. So now things are going to be reintroduced back to the old currency, back to gold. Gold, once again, will be what is going to back up our currency. And this is going to bring turbulence. You know, we can think about the aliens, we can think about war, we can think about slavery. There's so many different things that come up when we think of gold. And I really want you to be aware of that. So keep your gold, don't sell your gold, hold on to the gold, because the value is going to skyrocket throughout the next few years. And then it's kind of funny the way things are, because then Uranus just has to do with technology. So it's all about cryptocurrency. But then it's so unpredictable that you can't really go there. So I just want to also touch base that 1934, 1935, Hitler introduced his economic plan and what drove Germany onto the world stage and changing everything. So everything that has to do with currency is going to be finances, the market is going to be revolutionized. But like this. Gotta do that again in case you missed it the last time. So last time the New Deal policy came in, infrastructure, building codes, all that stuff. That's all gonna change again. And notice banking, financing, building currency, construction, that all works together. All of it. So here we go. This is something that I want to touch base on, medicine. So here we go. Uranus, Taurus, technology on the Uranus side, Taurus on the body side. This is something big it's gonna just take over really quickly. It's already happening in many countries, but it's gonna take over quickly. Microchip everything. I mean, the technology, the body, everything is going to be revolutionized in this area. We already can monitor with diabetes. Now, next thing you know, it's going to be blood pressure, the heart, everything. The way that we do everything is going to be through a little chip. We're just going to need a little phone, and that's it. So, you know, with Uranus, everything is about being electrified, digitized, you know. It wants to be, and it's going to become a cashless society. There's less and less ATMs, big banks. There's no need for all this stuff. But then again, keep your gold. So you really have to pay attention, especially where you are and what you do. Here's the big thing in as an energy healer and as an energy worker. The 5G is going to be rolled out onto our planet, and it's going to really electrify the way that we communicate and the speed at which we communicate and that we do things, and the way how quick the drones can be moved and the rockets and the pilots and all this wonderful and stuff. But we went from third dimensional, to the 4, getting really heightened, and now we got the 5, opening other places, exploring other things. For those of you that work with the energy fields and stuff, this is going to electrify our planet. The earth will be electrified when 5G comes. And it's going to affect us in so many ways, especially our bodies. because Taurus rules the body, the electromagnetic field is going to feel electrified. You know, if you already have anxiety, ground yourself, work with that Taurus earth energy, work with letting go, with freeing yourself of the old way, the old codes. We're shifting into a new paradigm, into a new space, stage within our journeys, within our century. This is where the change happens. This is it. We're here. It's occurred. Don't resist it. It's so important because our bodies are really going to feel, you're going to be so thirsty. So the electric magnetic field in our planet is going to be polluted. Polluted to a point where you're going to feel the pollution in your body heighten, and you're going to need to empty that out. You're going to need to find tools, explore tools and ways for you to empty out all this polluted electromagnetic energy. There's already ways that people do it. There's little machines and stuff to already do that. And you know, you can come to a healer, do some light work, do some energy work, learn to work with your body, learn to heal, learn to use your medicine, learn to connect with the earth's medicine, open yourself up, go within, use your tools, bam, move with it. Okay? So I really honestly feel that they're gonna have to create like places and things that we're gonna have to go dump all this electromagnetic energy at, because it's gonna be really hardcore. So understanding frequency, energy, and vibration, and how it moves through your body and how it connects and how it works is really gonna take precedence. Where people are going to be really interested in this kind of healing and this kind of work. People are going to be really interested in learning how their frequencies work, learning how their energy works, realizing that they are energy. Sound healing is going to be an amazing tool throughout these next 7 years. It's really going to allow you to connect yourself and to all those different paradigms and fields, to help you detox, to help you upload, to help you shift, and really it's going to be some of the best therapy. So dance, pick up an instrument, get together with people, sing, and really express yourself throughout these next few years. Taurus has everything to do with beauty, with poetry, and the way we see those things. So that's all going to also be revolutionized, okay? Anything that has to do with the sciences, with agriculture, with agricultural energy, what is it? Energized food, engineered food, there we go. Fake food. You know, they're already creating beef, you know, and all these little millennials have these agri-hoods where it's all about agriculture. There's a lot of them that really want to unplug and get off the grid, and they don't want to have anything to do with Uranus. They really want nothing to do with it, and they're really gonna have these farms, these places for us to unplug, get good food, organic food. We're gonna build farms. We're gonna be growing our own food. It's all about farming, you learning how to farm, you learning how to feed yourself, you learning how to work with the earth, learning how to work with our medicine, and recognizing we're going back to communicating and revolutionizing our relationship with the earth and with our bodies. Okay? So, So Taurus has everything to do with our appearance, with beauty. So anti-aging, turning the clock back, there's going to be a lot of new stuff going on there. It's going to be that field is going to be completely revolutionized. So if you're in that field, whoa, okay? Also, the way that we see fashion, the way that we view clothes, the way that we view our homes, the way that we communicate with our expression and what we see as beautiful, that's all going to change. I was reading that even clothes, they're inventing clothes that we can wear to reflect our frequency and our energy. There's a lot of great things that are coming, and there's a lot of things that need to come, that need to change. This is going to be an extraordinary time to be on this earth. There's going to be so many things revolutionizing our environment that we can't help but revolutionize ourselves, our lives, and become new. You're not even going to recognize yourself in a few years. All the changes that you're going to make and that you're going to create in your life. So, here we are, creating our communities, loving our tribes, looking for them. We wanna go into this new stage, journey, trusting the path and the journey, and knowing that all is in perfect and divine order within all of this beautiful chaos. Thank you so much for tuning in, for allowing me to be a bridge for you. Whew. Be nice to yourself, especially the fixed signs, and make sure that you're feeding yourself when you're thirsty for knowledge, thirsty for love, thirsty for freedom. What are you trying to free? What are you trying to give wings to? Be open to it. If you need any one-on-one, any guidance, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jamar. Thank you so much. Namaste.